Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children, we welcome you to our English online learning. Are you excited to know what we are going to learn? Yes, before getting into the session, let me ask you some questions. How many planets are in solar system? Yes, you are right, they are 8 in number. What is asteroid? An asteroid is one of the smallest planets that move around the sun between Mars and Jupiter. Today we are going to read an extract from the book called The Little Prince, written by Antonio de Saint-Exupéry. Do you know about him? Yes, he was born on 29 June 1900 in France. He was a French writer, poet, aristocrat, and journalist. He became a laureate of several of France's highest literary awards and also won the United States National Book Award. He died on 31st July 1944. Before getting into this lesson, let me tell you the gist of the story. So everyone is excited what is in and around happening around the society. Yes or no? Yes. So likewise, here also the king desires to explore other asteroids in order to increase his knowledge. So what happened? He just leaves his planet. The prince visited 6 other asteroids and had a small adventures on each one of them. All these encounters seemed to teach him different things. So one of the first asteroids, he met a king. After the king is so delighted to have a subject to rule over at last. And then what happened? The little prince yawns before the king, who orders him not to yawn. However, when the little prince says that he cannot help it, the king revises his order, demanding that the little prince yawn. The little prince, frightened and also he felt ashamed, says that he cannot do that either. So the king becomes vexed, trying to come with a reasonable order for the little prince to obey. So the prince is asking, may I sit down? So because he was very tired, his legs are aching. So he said, may I sit down? After the little prince sits down, he wonders what the king actually rules over here. Since there are no subjects, there are no people on this planet, the king responds that he rules over entire universe. The little prince was really impressed and he asked the king whether you can order the sun to set. Since he is sad about his own little planet, the king, however, says that it would be unreasonable for him to order the sun to set until conditions are favorable, which will occur approximately 20 minutes to 8. The little prince was bored and he decides to move on to other planet. The king desperately tries to get him to stay, first making the little prince a minister of justice. The little prince objects that there is no one on the planet to judge and gets ready to leave. At the final moment, as the little prince departs, the king calls out that he has made a little princess ambassador. Okay, so we'll get into this lesson paragraph by paragraph. The little prince found himself in the neighborhood of the asteroids 325, 326, 327, 329, and 330. He began therefore by visiting them in order to add to his knowledge. So what happened? He wanted to explore other ideas in order to increase his knowledge. Okay, he wants to be updated what is happening in and around the country. Then the first of them was inhabited by a king clad in royal purple and ermine. He was seated upon a throne which was at the same time both simple and majestic. So what happened here? The first of them here refers to that, them refers to the asteroid, right? Yes or no? Yes, first asteroid. What is the first asteroid number? What is the first asteroid number, Ma? Yes, 325. Very good. First asteroid was inhabited. Inhabited in the sense it was occupied. Who occupied that planet? Yes, the king. Very good. By a king clad in royal purple and ermine. He was seated upon a throne which was at the same time both simple and majestic. So he was just dressed up in a royal purple and ermine. He was seated upon a throne which was at the same time, but it looks simple but also very grand. Okay. Now, what happened in the first paragraph? He decides to go to other asteroids and find what is happening. Now he visited first asteroid 325 and that was occupied by the king and his clothes fully covered the planet. Next it was described that next it was even the throne where he sat. It is simple and also it's very grand to look and it is very majestic. Then, "Hi, here is the subject," exclaimed the king when he saw the little prince coming. And the little prince asked himself, "How could you recognize me before he had never seen me before?" So what happened? Um, the king is very delighted to have a subject, somebody is there to rule. And the little prince asked himself, "How can you recognize me?" Because we don't know, right? If some unknown person is coming, means we'll just keep quiet and we look at the person until they say him. But here the king, after he's saying him, he says, "Ha, here is my subject." So this little prince had a doubt. And then he did not know how the world is simplified for kings. To them, all men are subjects. Approach so that I may say better, said the king, who felt consumingly proud of being at last a king over somebody. So what happened? The little prince doesn't know anything, right? What the kings will have the rule, they have the different rules. So to them, all men are peoples over here, they will rule. So after that, what happened? I may see you better. So he was very proud at last. He was very happy, and somebody is there after this king to rule over this planet. So he is very happy. And then the little prince looked everywhere to find a place to sit down, but the entire planet was crammed and obstructed by the king's magnificent emerald throne. So he remained standing upright since he was tired and he yawned. So what happens? He has been traveling, right? So he has been looking here and there to sit down, but entire place was cramped. They were completely filled and obstructed by the king's robe. Okay, the cloth which he wore on the top of the shoulder. Okay, so he remained standing upright. He stood up and then he was very tired and he yawned. So, in contrary to etiquette to yawn in the presence of a king, the monarch said to him, "I forbid you to do so. That's a rule. You should not yawn before the king. So I warn you, you should not do. You should do again to do so." Then, "I can't help it. I can't stop myself," replied the little prince, thoroughly embarrassed. "I have come on a long journey. I have had no sleep." And then the king said, "I order you to yawn. It is years since I haven't seen anyone yawning. Yawns to me are objects of curiosity. Come now, yawn again. It is an order." "That frightens me. I cannot any more." murmured the little prince, now completely abashed. So he feels very ashamed because this king is saying to yawn again. So he says to me to yawn. Hum, hum, replied the king. Then I order you sometimes to yawn, sometimes to. He sputtered a little and seemed vexed. For what the king fundamentally insisting upon what is his authority should be respected, he tolerated no disobedience. He was an absolute monarch, but because he was a very good man, he made his all reasonable. So he has been replied the king. Sometimes real and sometimes. So he was just sometimes he was annoyed. So this man is giving it, but I said not agreeing to the point means he's been getting anger. So he's a good man only. He's making his orders very reasonable only. So the little prince thinks like that. If I order a general, he would say, by way of example, if I order a general to change himself into a seabird, and if the general did not obey me, that would not be the fault of the general. It would be my fault. So he says that if I order a general, a people, he would say, for example, if I order a general to change himself into a seabird, and if the general did not obey me, he would not that would not be the fault of the general. It would, for example, I'm telling you to change as a peacock. Can you do that? Irrational. Whether it is rational thinking, not at all. Only magician people can do that. Yes or no? So we are a people over here, we can't do. So if I order a general to change himself, disguise himself into a seabird means whether they can do it, whether the general obey him, whether the fault will be the general, it would be my fault. So this man, this little prince, may I sit down? Came now a timid enquiry from the little prince. I order you to do so. The king answered them and majestically gathered in a fold of his ermine mantle. So this man ermine has been covered everywhere. So he wants to take and he what he done is he just folded and gave a place to sit down. But the little prince was wondering, the planet was tiny, over what could this king really rule? So he has been asking, what this man is ruling over here, so tiny, nobody is here. So he's asking him, he said to him, I beg that you will excuse my asking you a question. I order you to you ask me a question. The king hastened to assure him. Sir, what do you rule? Over everything, said the king, with a magnificent simplicity. Over everything. The king made a gesture which took in his planet, the other planets, and all the stars. Over all that, asked the little prince. Over all that, the king answered, for his rule was not absolute, it was always universal. So the king was very much had a gesture and saying, it is my universe, my planet. I can order everybody and they will obey me. Not only absolute, it is universal. Everyone should obey it. They will not disobey me. So this little prince is asking, and the stars obey you? Certainly they do. The king said, they obey instantly. At the fraction of the second, if I give the rule, they will obey. Thank you, children. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.